Warm greetings, Code Monkeys and fellow VEDSies. Welcome back to CodedLockFilms. So in a couple of days, I'm going to be making a video showing you guys how to make butterbeer. You know, that fictional drink from Harry Potter that is apparently like the most amazing thing in the world. But first, I have to make this video showing you guys how to make homemade butterscotch sauce. Making the actual butterbeer itself is ridiculously easy compared to making the butterscotch sauce. But I should let you know that you don't necessarily have to make homemade butterscotch sauce in order to make butterbeer. It does taste a lot better, but you can use store-bought butterscotch sauce if you want. If you don't feel like making the butterscotch sauce from scratch, God, that's hard to say. If you don't feel like making the butterscotch sauce from scratch, then feel free to just skip this video and come back in a few days once I show you how to make the butterbeer itself. With that said, I am now going to switch to voiceover because cooking and talking at the same time is kind of difficult for me. Here's what you'll need to make the butterscotch. 4 tablespoons of salted butter, or if you're like me and you didn't have salted butter on hand, you can use unsalted butter and just add a pinch of salt at the same time that you add the butter. 3/4 of a cup of light brown sugar, 2 tablespoons plus a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. First, you're going to take a saucepan, and you'll want one with a heavy bottom if you have it. Put it over medium heat and immediately put in the butter and the sugar and again the salt if you need it. Let the saucepan heat up, and once the butter is melted, whisk the butter and the sugar together, and then whisk in the 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, whisking it about every 30 seconds or so until the whole thing has come to a foamy boil, which will look something like this. Let that continue to boil for about 4 minutes, again whisking every 30 seconds or so until the mixture becomes a darker brown in color. Once that happens, you want to turn off the heat and whisk in the remaining 1/4 cup of heavy cream, immediately followed by the vanilla extract. Once that's all been combined, go ahead and transfer it to whatever you want to use to store it. I have these little rubber-topped glass bowls that I like to use. Mason jars also work great. Really, anything made of glass is going to be best. But if there's any butterscotch left on the sides of the pot, you don't want to scrape that off, because sometimes there's little parts that have burned or crystallized, and the sauce will end up kind of gritty if you add those parts. And you can then store it in the fridge for up to 2 weeks. So that's homemade butterscotch topping. Pretty easy to make, like I said. Come back in a few days when I will be showing you how to make butterbeer. And until next time, Code Monkeys and fellow VEDSies, I will see you tomorrow.